The man got splashed with urine on the highway. After tasting it, he became even more furious. He hit the gas and sped up to chase the car ahead. Not long before that, a husband had taken his family on a road trip. To show off his new car, he turned on the cruise control, but soon, the system malfunctioned. No matter how many times he tapped the screen or stepped on the brake, the speed stayed at 130. The husband tried to call the car salesman, but the salesman was busy sweet-talking another customer and hung up on him. This made the husband very angry, but he had no other choice. He kept driving the out-of-control car. Suddenly, traffic ahead became heavy. The husband gripped the wheel and began changing lanes wildly. He made a sharp turn onto another road. Just then, a man had opened his car door, and it got knocked off completely. The husband had no idea what had happened. The man stared at his damaged new car and was filled with rage. He threw the door into the back seat, jumped in, and sped after them. Meanwhile, a traffic officer caught up with the husband's car and shouted for them to pull over, but the car was going too fast. The officer could not hear anything they said. The wife wrote a message on paper and tried to show it to the officer, but the wind blew the note straight into the officer's face. When he finally pulled it off, it flew toward the speeding man's car instead. The paper blocked the man's view, so he pulled over at once. A traffic officer approached, and the man pretended to reach for his license, but then slammed the gas and took off. At that moment, nothing mattered more than revenge. Then a wasp flew into the husband's car. He grabbed his shoe and tried to kill it. He missed, but the hit triggered the airbag. The wasp escaped through the window. The worst part? The wasp flew straight into the chasing man's ear. He lost focus and crashed into a parked truck on the side of the road. The crash nearly killed him. The front windshield shattered, and he could no longer see the road. Furious, the man punched out the broken glass and kept driving. He swore to make them pay. Later, the husband's father needed to use the bathroom. They handed him a plastic bag. The father peed into it, filling it up. The husband grabbed it, then threw it out the window in disgust. It landed right on the man's face behind them. To avoid getting hit again, the man put a bucket over his head and hit the gas once more. He finally caught up with them and told them to pull over, but the husband had no idea what was going on. Seeing the bucket on his head, he thought the man was crazy. They didn't stop. The furious man rammed their car. Terrified, the son pulled out a crossbow and shot the man in the thigh. The pain made him lose control. He crashed into a nearby RV campsite. What followed was a brutal group beating. When the man got to the hospital with a broken thigh, he saw the last person he ever wanted to see. Filled with rage, he pushed his wheelchair straight at the husband, but the husband didn't even recognize him. He had no idea who the man in the wheelchair was. So, viewers, do you think this man had the worst day ever?